Josh Giles. He's here for Treat Yourself Tuesday. He's the owner and founder of Total Rejuvenation, and he's here to tell us about all the ways you can treat yourself.
Yes, and sometimes people probably think cold plunging sounds not fun, but what do you think of cold plunges?
We have to hear about this first, yes.
Yeah, the benefits, it's going to really help decrease any inflammation, joints, muscles, help recovery. So we have a lot of athletes that use it to help recover from workouts, but then we also, even more so, have people in chronic pain, arthritis, back pain, tight hips, all of that stuff.
Yeah, that would be me.
Intercostal muscle, would that help with that?
Yeah, it could definitely help loosen that all up. So, yeah, like you said, not everybody thinks that that would feel great, but if you can focus on your breath and we guide you through it, there's some breathing techniques that can make it way easier.
Okay.
And if you can just focus on your breath for the first like 20 or 30 seconds you're in there, it makes the rest of the time way easier. And at the temperature we keep ours, which is in the low to mid 30s, a lot of the studies are showing you only need 2 minutes for the full physical benefits.
Okay.
You can go beyond that. I have people that go up to 10 minutes, but we also say any amount of cold is a good amount of cold. Even if you only make it 30 seconds on your first time, or you do 30 seconds, you get out for a minute or two, get back in for another 30 seconds or a minute. Any amount of cold is a good amount of cold and will be beneficial.
Okay, all right. The other one that we've talked about a lot, and I think you said it's the most popular, is the flotation.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about the flotation.
Yeah, so the floating is awesome. It'll be the most relaxing experience of your life. So we have 2 different sizes. We have float pods and we have larger float rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's still like it's a room inside of a room, but you're but in them, there's about 12 inches of water with over 1,200 pounds of Epsom salt dissolved in the water. So the water is more dense than our body, so you will float completely effortlessly.
Okay.
Taking all the pressure off your spine, muscles, joints, just allowing everything to fully decompress, relax, and heal. And then you're in control of the lights and the music and the door the entire time. You can completely customize the experience to how you want it to be. But if you decide to turn them all off, it gets rid of all your sensory input. You're not seeing or hearing anything, you're not tasting or smelling anything. And the water is the same temperature as your skin, so once you get settled in, you can't really tell where your body ends and where the water begins.
Okay.
And so by getting rid of all your sensory input, it allows your brain to slow down into the theta brain waves, which is what you aim for when you meditate. It just allows inexperienced people to get deeper into that mental state, which can help decrease anxiety, depression, PTSD.
Wow,
all
sounds
sorts
amazing.
Of different benefits.
Do you kind of lose track of time?
Yes, absolutely. So we do 90-minute floats, which a lot of people think sounds like a very long time. But once you get into those theta brainwaves, the time just disappears. Like a lot of people will come out and say, like, I felt like I was in there for 20 or 30 minutes, and it let me know that it was time to get out. So it does go pretty quick.
Pretty fast.
The thing about floating, I always tell people, if you're going to float once, you should come in with the mindset that you're going to float 3 times, because there's a slight learning curve to it. And by your second and third float, you can just get so much deeper into those theta brainwaves that it just gets so much better.
Yeah.
First float will still be great, but they just build on each other and get better as you go.
You just get better at it with practice,
Exactly.
pretty much. All right.
Exactly.
Tell us about some of the other things that you can do, ways you can treat yourself at Total Rejuvenation.
Yeah, so one of our other most popular services is the infrared sauna. So it differs from like a traditional sauna that you find at most gyms, where those are heating the air, which is going to mainly heat your skin, and you'll sweat a ton in those saunas, but it's just pulling mostly water from your skin. Where the infrared wavelengths can actually penetrate to your core, raising your core temperature a couple degrees, pretty much like a temporary artificial fever. And so when you heat your core temperature, your body goes into a much more detoxifying mode, and it will pull out more of the heavy metals and chemicals and all that stuff that gets in our body that we want to pull out.
Wow, how long do you do that for?
So that's a 45-minute session. Some people cut it a little short, but it's up to 45 minutes. And it doesn't get like hard to breathe like a regular sauna. Like a lot of people hear that there's no way I could sit in a sauna for 45 minutes. Where a lot of traditional saunas are kept at like 170 to 190 degrees. Best temperature for infrared is 135 degrees. And it doesn't get like humid or anything in there. So it doesn't get like hard to breathe. It's much more relaxing. Really good for decreasing joint inflammation, helping muscles recover. Good for hair and skin health.
Yes,
that
sounds wonderful.
If somebody wanted to book an appointment, about how long from booking until you can be in the sauna or the float tank?
Yeah, it'll vary. Evenings and weekends are our busiest times, so if you're looking at those times, I mean, book a couple days or a week in advance. If you can come during the weekday, it's a little easier to get into. But if you look a couple days in advance, you should be able to find something that fits your schedule. And our whole schedule is on our website at crtotalrejuvenation.com, or give us a call, 319-393-8400, and we can help you as well.
Great. And then you also have like medical waivers that you need to sign though too before you come in, is that correct?
Yeah, so our waivers are all on our website. You can read them ahead of time. We email them to you as well. And if you have any questions, I would speak with your doctor about them. There's not a whole lot. Like most people are.
Oh,
most
right.
people
Yeah.
are fine.
But it's just, it's just good to know that that's something you should do, though. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
I can't wait. I'm gonna go try.
I know. I'm
this,
going to try
all
that.
Of it. I want to try
Cool.
all of it.
Yep, and right there on 51st Street Northeast there. So give them a call, check out their website, and schedule a flotation or the cold plunge. Just try it, especially as hot it's going to get. I think the cold plunge would be amazing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
People are loving it. Like I said, it can be a little intimidating, but once you get that breath work down and you just feel so good afterwards, it gives a big endorphin rush and you're just ready to go for the day.
Okay, I'm ready to try it.
All
I'm
right.
ready now.
We're
You talked
gonna
me
do
into
it.
it.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.